Hello, this is Alessandrina, and today I'd like to talk about how we can find motivation to let go, to forgive, and to change. So, oftentimes we will be in a state where we're holding on to the past, whether that is not forgiving, whether that is not changing, whether that is not accepting what's presenting itself to us, whether that is simply not letting go of something that we've been holding. And through that process, what we might not realize is that we are essentially keeping ourselves prisoners or victims of our past. And everything that is not the present moment is the past. Even a second ago is the past. And so we might be in this state of holding on to, and of replaying things of the past over and over again, and not realize that when we're doing that, we are continuously in that state of emotion, in that thought process, and in the energy of whatever it is that we're holding on to. So for instance, if we feel angry at someone for something that we feel they've done, and we haven't felt motivated to completely forgive them, not intellectually, to really not hold anything of the past and not feel any of the ways that we felt towards this person in the past, to not continue to do that. What we're not realizing is that we are now cultivating this anger. We are in the energy of anger. We are feeling anger. And that when we do that, we are limiting ourselves in our experience of joy, of happiness, of peace. Because if we're holding on to anger or resentment, if we're holding on to any judgment, any blame, then that is our experience. And if that is our experience, that is what occupies our minds, that is what our bodies feel, that is what our emotions are also consumed by. And so there's great limitations in that. And until we have this realization that when we hold on to the past, and it's understandable that we would, in some situations, circumstances, want to hold on to the past because it might feel safer. Letting go of things that are painful, traumatic, that are hurtful is very challenging. It requires us to face our fear that it might happen again, our fear that we might not feel safe in ourselves, in the world. And so it's absolutely understandable that we want to hold on to certain things. And at the same time, it's really valuable, beneficial, and helpful to understand that holding on to those things is not going to lead us to be more conscious and to be able to navigate any situation that arises in our life, whenever it arises, in the most optimal way. All it does is continues time, the past. It just continues to play out. And we continue to internalize it, to experience it, to feel it. And so this short video is to invite you to recognize ways in which you're still carrying the past, and maybe realizing why you might be doing that, so that you can clear any resistance to letting go of the past, to forgiving, to changing, so that the change in energy, the change in emotion, the change in thought that you want can happen. It cannot happen if we hold on to the past. It cannot happen if we are replaying out the past, whether we're doing it consciously or subconsciously. So there are wonderful processes that you can apply that will help you to let go, to learn to let go, and therefore to free yourself from the pain, from carrying this pain and processing it and relieving it. It's like relieving the same trauma over and over again. An extreme form of that is PTSD, when people go through traumatic events and it doesn't feel safe to let go of the memory of that event and the emotions associated with it and all the ways that we felt. We can continue to re-experience it in an attempt to free ourselves from it. And of course, re-experiencing it is not going to free us from it. What will free us from it is letting it go. It's forgiving it, releasing it from our system. No longer being averse to the energy, no longer being afraid of it, and allowing it to liberate. So the Sedona method, which is a release method, is a process of teaching yourself how to let go. And it's a very simple process, and it's very effective because it teaches your energy system, your body, your mind, your emotions to just let go, to no longer carry something, to no longer hold on to it. And so it's a practice, just like anything that you learn in life. It's about practicing it. And practicing to let go is very helpful. When we practice to let go, the moment that something painful, uncomfortable comes up in our life, then we can just say, oh, I'm going to let it go. And that doesn't mean not being conscious and not understanding what there is to understand about any situation that brings up pain. It simply means not carrying it, no longer holding it in, and therefore re-experiencing it over and over again. So you can find this Sedona method on our YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on another platform or listening on another platform, you can also find it on our meditation website, dexterandalessandrina.com or theepicself.com. And in addition to the Sedona, there's also forgiveness practice that you can use. It's called the Forgive and Forget, and that's also very, very helpful. This one, in some ways, might be deeper in the sense that it uses marmas and breathing and also a statement that you essentially declare. And when you do that through this conscious process, you're accessing your subconscious mind and you're allowing the content that has been stored in your subconscious mind to be cleared. So that's another process that's also on our YouTube channel and our websites that you can explore, and you can experiment with it and see how it feels. Things that have been difficult for you to let go of, things that you've been holding on to, you can kind of practice the forgive and forget and see how you feel before and how you feel after, and keep practicing until you really get some results, some effectiveness in the process, and you see that there is a difference between how you felt before the process and after the process. And what's helpful with all these techniques is that these techniques are not the end all be all, meaning that it doesn't mean that you'll be doing this for the rest of your life. It simply means that they're teaching your energy system how to shift, how to change, and through that, let's say that support mechanism that is the tool, whether it's Sedona method or the Forgive and Forget, you're really going to learn a new way to operate and to process emotions and to process pain or trauma. And that's very helpful. It will teach your system how to do it more effectively, more quickly, and therefore it will begin to reduce the level of pain that you might have been in the past, and teach you how to really have resilience in life and not get triggered by things, or if you do get triggered, how to quickly let go, how to quickly um, allow for the emotions and the energy that arise in those moments to release, so that you can be free from it and you can experience again more joy, more peace. So the motivation here to let go, to forgive, to change, is really for you to have a better experience of life, to really enjoy your life, to appreciate your life, and to be very present instead of being in a process, in a loop of replaying out the past over and over, and throughout the day being in the energy of the past instead of being in the energy of the present moment, and therefore in the present moment creating your future. I hope this is helpful. Sending you much love.